All right, good afternoon. Haven't said that one in a while. Man, it's great to be out there. The weather's incredible. The fans are amazing. I know our guys felt it. We treated it somewhat like our preseason zero game, if you will, by staying downtown last night. Special thank you to George and Kevin and Ryan get that done for us because the guys certainly they felt it. You know, we go into next week, our first preseason game. Particularly the young guys, they get amped up a little bit. So hopefully a little familiarity with the process will calm the nerves a little bit, and then they can go out and play. But like I said, the fans were there. They were loud. I know our guys are out there right now saying thank you to them for coming. And we got some good work in. It was sloppier than I'm probably hoping we would be at this point. Particularly, we had a couple really good practices over the last two, and then took us a little while to get going and hear the pads clicking. But I thought towards the end we picked it up, and it got pretty competitive there. So with that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
How do you account for continued delay a game with penalties and things of that nature where it just looks like it's not in sync?
Yeah, but it's something we're going to have to address for sure. It showed up more today than it has in practice. So this was more like a real game, and if it continues like that, we're not going to win many games.
How do you evaluate if it's, still like install learning things, or if it's things that should be understood and shouldn't be issues like that?
Yeah, it comes down to, I think I've mentioned a couple times that whether we're making the same mistake twice or not, and I felt like I saw that a couple times today. So I know the saturation level has gotten there with these guys. They're pretty filled up to the brim with information. But at the same time, the installs are slowing down, so we do expect the execution to be a little bit cleaner as we go from here on out.
We were talking the other day about Manungai being a sponge and being really professional and how he learns stuff. On the pitch play, did he go the wrong way, or did Caleb go the wrong way in that 11?
He went the wrong way.
He went the wrong way. What did you think of him today, kind of in the stadium?
Well, I mean, now that you mentioned that he went the wrong way, a little disappointed. But no, he crammed it up in there. He was physical. I mean, I thought all the runners, him, I thought Roshan, I thought Swifty, I thought Ian, I thought all those guys, they were putting their shoulders down and they were running through contact. And if they saw a little crease, that's where I had a little bit better view than the other coaches, just seeing holes, whether they were there or not. And I thought those guys were trying to play a physical brand of football all around.
Those guys that obviously maybe his numbers at the combine didn't pop, but with the pads on, he's a different player.
Yes, I think so. I'm very pleased with where he's at, and I think he's a guy that we're going to be able to trust this fall.
The move the ball periods that started at the 1 yard line. I mean, it's obviously a tough situation for the offense when you're backed up all the way. But seeing the safeties that happened, what would you like to see differently, or maybe execution-wise?
Yeah, I mean, our goal on offense is to get 2 first downs, and safety is inexcusable.
We saw you talking to Caleb after that play. Is there a message for the quarterback on that situation?
Yeah. Execution of the play wasn't what we wanted it to be, and I mean it's a credit to the defense. I mean they came out and they kicked the offense's rear in that drill. So it's that's what showed up to me. They wanted a little bit more.
Ben, when you're talking about success and trying to find rhythm, especially when you're dealing with sloppiness, what are the markers that you look for that can make you say, this was a successful drive, this was a successful training camp practice?
Well, I think they're all successful from the degree of we're learning. And so just because we're not getting the yards on offense or, giving up touchdowns on defense, I mean, we are getting better as a team on both sides of the ball, all 3 phases, including I see special teams every day as well. So, I don't think there's any barometer or mark. I think we'll know a lot more about our team when we get these joint practices going too. I think that'll really tell us a lot because I think for a healthy team over the course of camp, you kind of feel the defense win the day one day and then the offense bounce back the next day, and you kind of have those even battles. That's what you want from the good teams.
We've seen Montez cause some disruptions in the backfield kind of throughout training camp. There's something you're noticing now that's maybe different from when you were game planning him against him last year when he was a little bit nicked up?
No, I can't say I see a different player. I've just gotten to know him, and I'm thrilled with just who he is as a person. I think he brings his lunch pail to work every day from the springtime to since we started camp, and he's not afraid to be a little bit more vocal and talk some noise, and which I appreciate. I love that about him, and no, I'm really happy with where he's at right now.
JP made another Richardson made another
Yeah.
catch today. How much has he been standing out to you throughout camp?
Quite a bit. He was someone that I gave some flowers to a couple days ago after practice, and then naturally when you do that, the next day they let you down a little bit. So that happened, but he bounces right back, just like the rest of these guys. I'm really proud of their resolve, really as a whole. All these guys, you might have a bad day, but I don't know of many guys that have had back-to-back bad days. It's a prideful group. Football's important to them. They're trying to do things the right way, and so even though I come off the field without seeing the tape, feeling like the defense got the better of the offense today, I think the offense will bounce back going tomorrow and the day after.
Wide receivers and the tight ends as well in the passing game. Who are the guys 10 practices in that you really trust right now to be in the right spots at the right times? Who's earned that?
Yeah, I think Cole Kmet. I think DJ Moore. I think Roma Dunze. Those are the three that stand out to me first and foremost. I think OZ's doing a great job of being where he's supposed to be, and he's being a professional about it. The rookies, they're still learning, they're still growing, and they just haven't been out there enough to earn that trust yet. But I would say throughout the course of spring and camp so far, those are the four I'd bring up first.
Speaking of Cole Kmet, the wide open play action to Cole, what do you think of that play? Is that like your favorite play of camp so far?
No, but it was a good job. It was good execution by those guys, and I think Caleb had a little pressure in his face, and he was able to still, get it over the top and out of there, and well done.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.